Good morning, everybody, and thank you so much for tuning on in to our Valley News Now desk this morning. We have a gloomy morning on our hands here in the valley. Check that out. That is a rainy sky cam that we're seeing here. And one more time, thank you so much for joining us here on our Valley News Now desk. My name is Alex Larson. So we're going to kick things off talking about just that. What is happening outside? I'm going to get my screen prepared to share with you here, and we're going to get moving on that in just 1 second. And we're also going to get a check of road conditions. I do want to say that as well. So, yeah, we got a lot to go over this morning. All right, let's head on over to our website, valleynewslive.com. Right now in Fargo, we're sitting at 23 degrees. Ouch, feels like 15 though. Doesn't feel good. A clipper is bringing commute impacts this morning. Cloudy and windy today is what we are looking at. I mean, we're not gonna get much better. It's really only downhill from here. We're gonna hit 15. That's pretty much it. It'll just get colder today. You can see this temperature trend here. We're going to dip down, okay, but we'll get back to normal. I mean, next few days are going to be fine, right? Let's click on this to find out. All right, Thursday we're looking at 37 degrees, Friday 39, Saturday 10, Sunday 17, Monday 30, Tuesday 30, and then check that out. By next Friday, while we're in that first full week of March, we're going to be seeing 40 degrees. That's awesome. I do want to get a check of our travel maps here, though, as well. You can see we got that down arrow. Temperatures heading on down. Definitely going to be something you're going to want to be aware of the next few days, that we're going to continue to stay cold today and tomorrow. I mean, Thursday and Friday looking nice, but windy, breezy. Heading on over to our road maps here, I want to see what is happening in Minnesota. So we've got a lot of blue and a lot of purple in the areas where we live, right? So as I zoom on in here, you can see over from Breckenridge to Foxhome, Fergus Falls, Battle Lake, Dalton, up to Pelican Rapids and Dunvilla there. So you are seeing some partially covered roads. That could mean snow. That could mean slush. That could mean ice. You're going to hover over it and see. But usually blue is not too bad, right? So the blue is going to mean partially covered. You can see from Breckenridge over to Fergus on 210 there, we're seeing some light slush on the roadway. This one's fantastic because you get a picture from the plow here to get a better idea of what is going on. Over from Fairmount over to Tinta, we're seeing some ice on the roadway. A completely covered road on, what is that, Highway 9 there, heading on over from Breckenridge to Barnesville. So that's something to be aware of. We don't have a picture there you can see, but definitely use your winter driving skills and be cautious out on those roadways. Highway 10, I know that's a popular one a lot of people take. From Detroit Lakes to Fargo Moorhead area or vice versa, we're seeing some completely covered roads with ice. This one we do have pictures. Great news there. And if you've got any pictures, we love seeing the pictures that you guys send in. So if you head on over to our website, you can see that completely covered there, that left-hand lane heading, it looks like we're heading west. But we do love seeing the pictures that you guys send in. So head on over to our website, valleynewslive.com, and you can see I'll show you where actually over here. So over on valleynewslive.com, I'm just on the weather tab, and as you scroll on down, you're able to upload your photos here. Got it in big letters for you, can't miss it. And you're able to share with us the pictures that you guys take. We love seeing those here and potentially using them in our newscast as well. So you can get your hands on that on the weather app. I know it's maybe a little bit easier to find over there as well. But I do want to check on North Dakota roads as well. This one's been changing pretty much consistently all morning. You can see from the South Dakota border all the way up to Canada, we're seeing some scattered ice out on the roads. Looks like continuous ice from a little bit south of Fargo all the way to about the Hillsboro area. Yep, Hillsboro there. So as we take I-94 as well, you can see all the way west past Valley City. We're running into some continuous or partially covered icy roads. In Jamestown, switches on over to slush, but that's definitely something you're going to want to be mindful of. That doesn't mean set your cruise control at 80 out on the interstate. No, we are still in February. Use your winter driving skills. Devils Lake, Minnewaca, New Rockford, Carrington, Findlay, Cooperstown. You guys, your areas all seeing that partially or completely covered icy roads that extends north as well into the Devil's Lake area. You can see, what is this, Highway 2? Yep, Highway 2 from Grand Forks over through Devil's Lake into Rugby. scattered ice out on the roads. Grand Forks up to the Canadian border, again, scattered ice. You can see extending on west to the Langdon, Candu, Rolla area, partially covered snowy roads, but that changes as we get east towards Cavalier and around the I-29 area too. But remember, we've got these available for you on our website, valleynewslive.com. I'll show you how to get there as well. So weather, right? And all you're going to do is click on road conditions. If these don't work for you, really just type in ND roads or MN roads or South Dakota roads, SD roads, and you'll be able to get a better idea of what's going on there. We just want to make sure that you're prepared and safe out on the roads, especially as we continue to take on this winter weather. Now remember, you can find all of this information again and share your pictures with us over on the VNN weather app. Our First Alert Storm team works very hard to keep you in the know, in the loop with everything that's going on outside. If you want to be posted on everything that is happening, we'll have that available for you. Forecast right at your fingertips, easy to download, free to download, easy to use. Got my little saying messed up there. Free to download, easy to use. No matter if you got an iPhone or an Android, you can use that. Moving on to our news portion of this segment, we are continuing our coverage in the search for Isadora Wengel's body. After 2 weekends of organized searches, a missing storage tote connected to her murder has yet to be found. Fargo police are still asking for the community's help, and Valley News Team's Harrison Prey has the very latest. Let's take a listen.
The search continues for that black storage tote that Fargo police have been looking to obtain dating back to February 11th. They say they have no new updates on Monday, but they are making it clear that this investigation is far from over. The department says its primary focus right now is locating a missing 27-gallon black HDX storage tote, which they believe is connected to Wengel's disappearance. A community search was held on Sunday in Battle Lake, but as of Monday morning, that tote still has not been found. Police Chief Dave Zabolski praised the volunteers who turned out, saying, quote, "It's been impressive and we commend the organizers for their dedication to helping bring closure for Isadora's family," end quote. Zabolski also acknowledged the search area is extensive and says the department continues to welcome public help. Meanwhile, investigators are still waiting for the chance to formally interview Joshua Haidt, the man charged with Wengel's murder. So far, Fargo police have received approximately 85 tips throughout this investigation, though not all of them involve the missing tote. Reporting in studio, Harrison Prey, Valley News Live.
So if you have any information about this situation, this case, call Fargo police at the number 701-451-7660. We've got that number available for you on our website, valleynewslive.com. But you can also submit an anonymous tip by texting your tip and keyword Fargo PD, or you can type WFPD for West Fargo PD to 847-411. Your tip can stay anonymous there. And the delayed trial of a Fargo murder suspect charged with killing his childhood friend is finally expected to start this week. Here's his mugshot here. 35-year-old Leo Darteau appearing in Cass County Court yesterday morning for a final pretrial hearing before jury selection is set to begin today. Darteau spent more than 2 months on the run before the U.S. Marshals tracked him to Atlanta, where he was arrested. Darteau is charged with fatally shooting 35-year-old Samson Blay at the Maplewood Bend Apartments in August of 2024, and what prosecutors claim was a planned revenge killing. The trial, which is expected to take about a week, was delayed in part because of Darteau's differences with his legal representation. Valley News Live will be in the courtroom, and we'll plan to bring you all the updates. Meanwhile, Fargo police say crime is on the decline. New data shows a 10% drop in offenses over just the last year. But concerns are growing as Police Chief Dave Zabolski reported 169 overdoses last year, the highest number in more than 5 years of tracking. 29 of those overdoses were fatal. Zabolski says the department has not previously tracked overdose data at this type of level.
I was kind of shocked when I saw the end result here. We've had the most overdoses in 2025 that we've had in the over 5 years that we have also been tracking this, because this was not tracked previously. But we had a total of 169 overdoses in 2025. 29 of those were fatal.
For an in-depth look at these numbers as well as additional crime stats, you can head on over to our website, valleynewslive.com, and just click on this story. Over in Moorhead, the city is looking into making several changes at this intersection of 40th Avenue South. This comes after a 9-year-old boy was hit and killed by a city truck last July. This happened at the intersection of 40th Avenue and 14th Street. Study shows the area sees anywhere between 5,900 to 6,800 vehicles a day, many going nearly 50 miles per hour instead of the 40-mile-per-hour speed limit. City workers want the speed limit reduced to 30. The city is also interested in putting a roundabout instead of the current 4-way stop. Over in Minnesota, a Central Minnesota task force has arrested 5 people following a 2-day human trafficking operation. Authorities say the 5 were arrested between February 21st and 22nd. 4 of them are facing gross misdemeanor charges. 1 faces felony charge for soliciting a minor. More arrests are expected, and the Central Minnesota Human Trafficking Task Force is made up of officers from St. Cloud, Stearns County, and Sartell, conducting this operation with federal Homeland Security investigators. Stearns County Attorney's Office will handle these charges. And the killing of a Mexican cartel leader Sunday triggered a wave of retaliatory violence from his cartel. A Bismarck family visiting Mexico found themselves in the middle of the violent outbursts. So the Mueller family told us they are safe in their condo rental in Puerto Vallarta and have been told to shelter in place. They plan to leave on Thursday, but the nearby airport is shut down, along with any public transportation. Glenn Mueller told us there were helicopters flying near their terrace to look out for cartel activity. He says they saw smoke coming from vehicles on fire, which news outlets are reporting were set by suspected gang members in retaliation.
We didn't know what it was, and then we thought we heard gunfire, but it probably was burning tires exploding.
25 members of Mexico's National Guard were reportedly killed during the attacks. Congresswoman Julie Fedorchak is sharing information on social media for families of tourists who may be stranded in Mexico. And happening tonight, President Donald Trump is set to deliver the first State of the Union address of his second term. This is happening at 9 o'clock. The speech will be a second to a joint session of Congress since retaking office last year. He previously addressed Congress last March. Trump is expected to focus on his work on the border and other achievements. You can watch that address live on KX4 and KVLY. All right, well, that's about all I got for you here on this Tuesday morning. Remember, you can find this streaming on weekdays on Facebook, YouTube. You can find it over on our live stream as well on our website and your CTV app, of course. That's all I got for you. I hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday and an even better rest of your week. I will see you again tomorrow.